Today we're going to have a review and a how-to on the Ultimate MX hauler. This is the hauler I've chosen for the dirt bike to hook up to the Kia. I looked at many of them. This for me was the best. I mean, especially for a one-man operation. The haulers where you tilt the bike on, those you kind of got to balance the bike and put straps on and everything like that. So it just didn't make sense for me. And I got a killer deal on this on eBay. These normally run about $450, which is pretty pricey. They are a really solid piece of equipment, and they weigh 60 pounds. Again, I got this on eBay for $215, killer deal. And it was still a killer deal even after what I tell you what happened. But you see the main part, this is how it shipped to me. No box, no nothing. They shipped it exactly like this, and they put a label on the platform. So it obviously got banged up. That's not the original pump. I had to replace, or the bottle jack. I had to replace the bottle jack. The other one had gotten banged up and was leaking. Luckily those were only $14.99 at Sears, just a 2-ton bottle jack. I did replace that, cleaned it up some, had to adjust the bolts and whatnot on there. They were too tight. They didn't read the instructions properly. It did come with the safety pin, or the safety bolt, the two bolts for the pegs and the nuts and washers. It came in a separate package, luckily. And it was an actual package, believe it or not. Did not come with the bottle jack pole either. That was probably lost, I guess, when they just shipped it, or it never came with it. So again, $215, great deal, but kind of got screwed. First time I ever have. So live and learn. I could have sent it back. It would have cost $60 or so. They wouldn't have refunded my shipping it back. So I would have gotten my, $260, $270 back with shipping, but I would have been out $60. So it didn't make sense. I'm like, well, I'll just fix it and go on my merry way, what have you. So what I'm going to do is we're going to put it on the car, and we'll be back. I did want to show you, if you watch the review of that actual silent hitch pin, I've got it installed in here. See if you can see that. See how that's in there? That one piece inside there? That's actually how it goes in there, and it stays in there all the time. So again, we're going to mount this up to the car. We'll show you how it functions without a bike, and then we'll show you how it functions with a bike, so stay tuned. Okay, it's on the vehicle. It's in the lower position. Now, unfortunately, I've got the car in the garage, so it's kind of tilted up a little bit because it's going down the driveway a bit. So this is a little higher than it would normally be. So when I do put the bike on here, I will have to lift it up a bit. Typically on flat ground, I don't have to do that. You'll notice there's a hole here, a hole here. I'll show you what those do in a bit. Those are for those actual hooks, the peg hooks. You've got a hook right here, which is for a strap for your handlebar, so they don't wiggle back and forth. Does have a little carrier for the handle, and what you do, assuming the bike was on here, you just jack it up. And once you get it into the position, there's actually a hole right here that this safety pin, or wing nut that you might call it, actually goes in there and tightens down. So you can essentially let the bottle jack go. You don't have to, that's not holding it up while you're driving around. So take that out, let it down just like any other bottle jack. It's got a little key on it. Turn the bottle jack. You may have to give it a slight push. It just goes right down. That's it. Next we'll stick the bike on there, and I'll show you how that looks, so stay tuned. Okay, we've got the bike sitting on there. It sits on there just like a stand would. Again, it's a little high because the car is going down the driveway. So once you've got it sit on there, you need to wiggle it in place to where these holes line up to slots on the pegs. Or in my case, holes in the pegs, whatever. So that's essentially, you've got it where it needs to be. Now the next step, you don't want to lift it up yet. We'll actually come back and I'll show you what you need to do next, so stay tuned. Okay, the next step, remember you have to have these slots lined up. That's the hardest part of this. Some kind of hole just lined up, and go ahead and slide your clamps through that hole. And then you simply would take your washer and your lock nut and apply it to the bottom there. want to do that on both sides. We'll go ahead and we'll clamp both these down. Again, you want them going through the pegs. You don't want them sitting on the outside or anything like that. They've got to be going through the pegs. Otherwise, you take the risk of losing your bike. So I'll go ahead and snug these down, so stay tuned. Okay, once you've got those hooks tightened down on both sides of the bike, go ahead and tighten them down with a pair of vice grips or something that you can get a hold of them. Get them good and tight because they can come loose. Don't just put them hand tight. Once you've done that, now your time to lift up the bike. Again with the pole, just go ahead and this stand is rated for 350 pounds, so in case you had any questions about that. Get it all the way lifted up, put your pin in, and tighten this also down with a pair of vice grips or something. And there you go. You're all set. I'll show you what it looks like from the side view as well. See, it actually lifts the bike pretty high up in the air. And the last thing you would want to do, which I'm not going to do, is tilt your handlebars to the side, put a strap around maybe here, and then connect it to that hook right there. And we'll try to get a better view. I should have put the wide angle lens on. See, it is on the top of the Kia, but you can see the whole stand is actually moving. And also I've got that pin in. See, the whole thing is not wobbling at all. Without that, it rattles like a crazy. But those two, these essentially take the place of straps. These do right here. We'll go ahead and get a view on this side. See, it's not really that close to the car. Pretty far away, actually. And give you an idea how far. Pretty good distance off the ground there. So if you've got to go up any driveways or anything like that, just compress the suspension a bit, but not all the way down. So again, we'll get another shot back here. Sorry if it's a bit shaky. It's a little cold out. It's about 45. It's New Year's Day actually, so excellent weather for this time of the year. Now, one thing a lot of people like to do is make a custom bar, because if you notice, you really can barely see the brake lights. You can see it up there, which is good, but on the sides, you can't see it in the back at all. You can see a little bit on this side. So that's one thing to think about too. But anyway, there you have it. Put you back in the tripod here. If you have any questions or anything like that, please feel. Almost forgot. I want to show you a video of it dropping down. So disregard that little ending there. This is the official ending. So let it down just like I showed you without the bike. You can control the speed of it. There it goes. You can take it down fast and stop it. And that's it. When you put the hooks on before you take it up, you take it down. You don't need anybody to hold it up for you or anything like that. So now that's the end of the video. So please subscribe. Thanks for watching. Post any comments and have a good day.